Good morning and welcome to Functional Skills English Entry 3 Week 4. The aims of today are for you to complete the spellings at Entry 3, and these have been uploaded to Century. Next we will be moving on to extracting main points, skimming and scanning. Then we're going to find out what flap is and the different types of text, and then lastly you've got Century activities to complete. Your target today will be to recognise format features in a piece of text. So, as I said, work through the spellings assigned to you at Entry 3. As I said, these can be done at your own pace, and I will look at the results and assign relevant work for you individually. Okay, what I want you to do is to go onto Moodle, and I want you to watch a video on skimming and scanning. So I'd like you to pause this PowerPoint and move on to Moodle and watch the video on skimming and scanning. Welcome back. So we're going to look at skimming and scanning, reading for details and images in a text. What is skimming, scanning, detail reading and images in a text? Skimming, you can read titles, headings and illustrations to decide if the material is of interest to you. You can then scan text to locate relevant information, and you've got some activities to do later on. And you can obtain specific information through detailed reading. That's reading everything that is required. And you can also relate an image to obtain a meaning. So images are very much used when we're working with low-level learners. So what is skimming? Skimming is used to get the main idea of text quickly, to get the gist of what you're reading. You look at the titles, the headings, and illustrations of interest. Can you think of any examples? Pause the recording and write down some examples. So we've got here a newspaper, and you would look at the headings, the pictures to see if it's of interest to you. Pile of books, you look at the title, the author, and you may use you may use an internet page that may be of interest to you. So you will look around the page to see if anything grabs you that it might be of interest. Okay, so what is scanning? Scanning is used to locate information quickly. If you want to find information out about a specific topic, and if you know the keywords you're looking for, you can scan through a text to find those keywords. So can you think of any examples? Stop the video and write down some examples. And here are 3 examples: a TV guide, a phone book and a dictionary, so that you would use scanning skills. See if you can find any other examples. So stop the video. So what is reading for detail? Sometimes you need to read every word. Can you think of any examples? Here are just 3 examples. We have an examination page. We have to read some detailed instruction of how to put together a barbecue. And here is a timetable. So you would have to really read for detail there. So if you pause the video and see if you can think of any others. Now we're going to look at images in a text. So images are often part of a text, and images are very good to get the point across quickly and easy. And again, can you think of any examples? Write them down. Here is a map. So we have the map, and it's an image of the countryside. Perhaps this is a walk, and then it's got instructions as well. We've got some detailed information that we can use, and also these pictures here. I think that's of Cheryl Cole. So yes, if I like Cheryl Cole, then I will read that book. And the last one is how to use a remote control. So here are some tips for skimming and scanning. So read the titles, subtitles and subheadings to find out what the text is about. Look at any illustrations to give you further information about the topic. Read the first and the last sentence of important looking paragraphs. Do not read every word or sentence. Run your eyes over the text, taking in key words. Think about the meaning of text whilst you're reading. This helps to keep it in your mind. So what I want you to do now is to complete 5 activities. Now these are located on Moodle. Can you put all your answers in one email? So for example, activity 1, and then list the answers, activity 2, activity 3 and so on. So I want you to stop the video now and complete the activities. Okay, welcome back. Now, what is flap? We're moving on to flap, but first of all we need to know what flap is. What do you think this means? Write down your answers. F-L-A-P. What do you think that means? So I'm going to give you a few seconds, but stop the video and write down what you think that term means. Okay, welcome back. Now when we're looking at flap, what we need to look at is the text that you're reading. See this lady, she's reading the text. What you've got to think about is firstly, who wrote the text? Why do you need to know that? Alright. What is the writer trying to do? Are they selling a house? Are you reading a set of instructions? Where's the text from? Why has it been written? And who is it for? These are things you need to ask yourself when looking at a piece of text. So FLAP stands for format, language, audience and purpose. And when you're looking at a piece of text, you look at the flap. Why is it formatted a particular way? What type of language is it using? Who is the audience? Why is it being written? And what is the purpose? So what is the format of text? What do you understand by the term format features? What type of format features could you find in a piece of text? Make a list. So if you could pause the video now, do not move on to the next page unless you have some answers. So pause the tape, the video, and then come back with some answers. So format features. Here are some examples of format features. If you're not sure of any of the words, look them up in the dictionary. So we've got bold. Yes, if you look at the magazine of Cheryl Cole, a lot of the text was put in bold. There may be a heading or subheadings, and you use paragraphs to change the topic of sentences. So they are the different types of format features. So what other features are there in text? Write down what you know about some other features. So pause the tape and write down. Here are the answers. So you could have an index, a glossary, table of contents, captions, diagrams, illustrations and tables. So let's move on to what is the language of text. What do you understand by the term language features? What types of language features could you find in a piece of text? Make a list of them. So pause the video. Well, the type of language features would be persuasive language, informative language, descriptive language, and instructional. And we will look at these in more detail. You also need to know who your audience is. For example, if we are trying to get parents to visit the New Adventure Playground, we would use persuasive language to grab our audience. Perhaps have special offers for the children. So let's just look at the different purposes of text. What is text? So activity 6 here, think of the types of text that you read as part of your course or in your spare time. How many can you list? Can you write down a list? So pause the video now and make a list of at least 5. Here are some you may have listed: newspapers, brochures, adverts, books, instructions. These are all types of text: emails, postcards. Now, the next thing I want to do is to watch a video on the types of text, and this is be uploaded to Moodle. So go over to Moodle and watch the video types of text. So pause this and then move on to the next part. So what is text? The words of something written, the main body of a written work. And there are 4 main purposes: to instruct, to persuade, to inform, and to describe. Now I want you to read through the next 4 screens, stopping to make sure that you read them. And these give you examples of the types of text and possible features. So pause after each page and understand the different types of features. There's instructive text, informative text, persuasive text, and descriptive text. So this activity, on the 4 following pages there are 4 different types of text. I want you to read through them and then decide which type of text they are, whether they're persuasive, informative, descriptive, etc. So stop again after you've read each page and then put the answers in the email that you've been creating. There's text A, text B, text C, and text D. Okay, activity 7. Just to reflect on what we've just been learning, can you write down what are the 4 types of text and put that in your email? I want you to provide 2 examples of each type of text and then name 2 features of persuasive text and then name 2 features of instructional text. So the last activity is I want you to refer back to the list of documents made at the start and tell me what type of text they are. Put this all in an email and send back to me. Lastly, images. How can you use images to identify the purpose of text? I want you to work through this, read through these, and then lastly, your activities to complete on Sentry Tech will be uploaded today. And as I said, all your resources should be put in an email and forwarded to me. Okay, that's for the lesson for today.